Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. Today we're going to be going through a little bit of a story time. This story takes place about a month ago when I was getting ready to go on my trip for Arizona, Tucson. My parents and my sisters all live out there, and I was invited to go see my sister play at a tournament in San Diego. So of course I had to take that chance. As I was getting ready to take my trip to Arizona, I decided that I wanted to kind of challenge myself and still do some art while I'm there. I challenged myself to fill an entire sketchbook in a week. My trip was about 7 days and I had 12 pages to fill. So that is exactly what I did. So the trip actually starts in Chicago. I had to take a train to Chicago from the campus that I live on, and then get a train from Chicago to O'Hare Airport to then get on a plane to go all the way to Arizona. Different setting, very obviously. I am actually in Millennium Park right now in Chicago.
I'm actually waiting for a flight. I need to get on the train to go to airport, international airport here. Go to O'Hare to get on a flight to go to Arizona this week for my sister's spring break. I'm very excited, but...
So I got myself this watercolor paper pad. It's got 12 sheets in it. So I'm gonna do that for the entirety of the trip. My goal is to fill all 12 sheets. That doesn't seem bad, and I got a smaller sketchbook for that reason, but we're just gonna try to go as far as I can. So at this point I'm pretty happy and I'm excited to get started and to start drawing. So I make my way over to the bean actually, and I start my first sketch. It's getting chilly. I need to get the sun. That's what we're going with. It's kind of like a little monster taking over the city. I would imagine that it'd be like right there, you know? But fuck the Trump Tower, you know? This is where I'm at. It's coming together. Little character in the city. This is illustration 1 that I was able to finish while I was in Chicago. I actually finished it, started it at the bean, and then finished it up, coloring it in the train to O'Hare. At this point, I'm realizing that I have to do at least 2 illustrations a day to kind of stay on track. I recognize that it's not always going to go exactly the way that I planned. I arrived to Arizona pretty late. It's about 11 p.m., almost midnight, and there's no time to do any more art during that day. I'm exhausted, so that's the end of day 1. Day 2. We're in Arizona and I have a couple days until I have to go to San Diego to see the tournament. So I know that I have plenty of time these next couple days to try to do at least 2 illustrations every single day. Hello! Okay, so I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of an update. I'm in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. Little background, my parents moved a couple years ago, but just wanted to kind of give an update on where I'm at with the daily art journey. I'm working on my 3rd one today. I finished a doodle last night at the airport. There's a whole delay thing, so I had enough time to finish the 2nd one, but I'll show those real quick right now. Alright, so thank you. So this is what we ended up doing yesterday in the city. Kind of a little guy taking over the city, and then at the airport with the whole delay thing, then I was able to do this. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself and I kind of already finished it, but just a simple doodle today. Here is number 3 for you. This one's kind of inspired by the colors of Tucson, by the colors of Arizona. A lot of brown, orange, reds. I don't really do much else for day 2. I hang out with my sisters, enjoy the time. And by this point, I'm feeling pretty confident that I can do this illustration thing. I've already done 3. I feel pretty good.
Maxie and Kane. This is my sister's room. Hello. 200. And she's playing Fortnite, you can see there. That's our dog again. He's walking everywhere. And this is my older sister, Jen. This is my sister, Jenny. And this is my sister, Vicky.
facing, you know what I mean?
And this is me. Again, we're having a good time. And we're at the backyard. If you want to have a round, I can show you how it looks like. So this is our pool. Just having a lot of fun. This is where my backyard is. That's my neighbor's house. She is playing around. Mama, she is just watching Paw Patrol, and she's watching Paw Patrol, and she left the controller. So here you go. And look at it. I'm gonna use it. So this is my sister Vicky. She's watching Wildcats. Like Wildcats.
So on day 4, I finished another illustration, but unfortunately, I'm not 110% in love with this one. I think the only thing that I really didn't enjoy about this one was just the coloring.
I used alcohol markers, and I'm still kind of learning how to blend every single color, so I think I just took too long putting in every single color. Some places blended better, and some places did not, but overall, I just wish that the rainbow was more cohesive.
Alright, so day 4 was actually travel day, so we were about to get into a car for 6 hours to drive all the way to San Diego to check into a hotel to get ready for the next day for the first game at 8 a.m. It was a long journey, and I thought I was going to have more time to do another illustration that day, but honestly, I think because I did not enjoy that last illustration, it bummed me out, and I didn't get another one done this day.
I'm going to bed.
Yes, I am.
This is Jess.
She's of the corner runner on the
She's
side.
solving this. Vicky's.
What is that?
She's watching.
What is she watching?
Welcome everybody. It's me, Jocelyn. We're going on a trip. We're doing a lot of things we have to do. So I could show you around the car. So let's go. So this is our car. We're gonna take. And that's where we're gonna put the suitcase. This is where my dad is gonna drive. This is my mom. Just look. Is this good?
Está caro ya, ¿ves?
San Diego was so much fun. It was beautiful. I'd never been there before. My parents and my sisters had already been there a couple times because of soccer, but it was so beautiful, and it was really fun to be there, just to be with my family and to watch my sister play soccer. So we actually were not we were about 20 minutes away from the coast of San Diego, so we were kind of like in San Diego for the tournament. Our hotel was there. Again, I thought I would have more time to slip in an illustration during this, but ultimately I just was having so much fun that I ended up getting distracted and I didn't get as much done. On day 5, we are at the hotel. It's first day, we wake up, go to the first game, and we know that after that we have some time to spare, so I'm already thinking of when to fit in my next illustration. My next illustration happens right after that first game when we get back to the hotel. I immediately sit down and I try to crank out 2 more illustrations. I get this one done, and at this point I have to kind of just tell myself that even though I didn't like that last one,
That whatever was going to come out next, it wasn't going to be the best thing ever. It might have even been worse. But that was just something that I had to overcome during this process.
because I had a deadline and I had a challenge that I was trying to complete. It's just, I used whatever colors I had on hand at the time, just doodles. Right after that, I wanted to I was inspired by the San Diego It was our first day there, and I was excited to explore. I knew that we were really close to the ocean, really close to the coast. We had plans to go for the next day, so for this illustration, I did sort of like a waterscape. Alright, so here's where we ran into an issue.
By this point, I am so thrown into the San Diego life that I honestly kind of disregard the idea. I still want to get them done, but I'm so distracted and I have no time to really do anything that I
don't get a single illustration done on day 6 or 7. On day 7, we drive back to Tucson. We do the 6-hour drive back to Tucson, and I really don't have much else to say about that. We get home, we have some dinner, and honestly, we just go to bed. On day 8, it is the end of my trip. I am pretty sad to leave my sisters and my parents, but it was a really, really good trip, and I know that I'll be back soon. And unfortunately, I did not get another illustration done on these days. Coming back to campus, I did the whole train ride again, basically the same thing. Took a train to the city, and then from the city took a train to campus back to my apartment. It was a long journey, and I didn't get another illustration done, but I was so inspired by the atmosphere, by the energy, by the time that I had, that I really, really, really wanted to still complete this challenge. So on day 9, I am still pretty determined to fill in this sketchbook, mainly because I was so inspired and I had so much fun in San Diego that I knew that I could still produce something that has that energy. While I'm going through my photos, I actually come across a picture that I took of a Rubik's Cube. It's actually the first Rubik's Cube I've ever solved. Apart from my already illustration challenge, my drawing challenge during this time, I thought it was a good idea to try to take this time to also solve a Rubik's Cube. So ultimately, on day 7 and 8, I said that I was really distracted. I was trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. This is illustration number 7, the cube. This one's inspired by my first ever Rubik's Cube solved. I actually really enjoy the color palette on this one. Might try to use this color palette again. So that was really fun. I love puzzles of any kind, so being able to solve a Rubik's Cube, it was something that I never thought that I would do in my life, and I've solved it multiple times now. On a real note though, the main reason that I went to this trip in the first place was to see my sister play soccer. It was amazing. I think something about seeing your siblings just thrive and do something that they love and throw themselves into something that they love just really, really brings you hope.
I have 3 younger sisters. Zoe, shout out Zoe. She is going to be 13 in June, so big teenage years. Very, very proud of you. I have another sister. Her name is Jocelyn. She is 6, 7. They're getting so big, it's so hard to keep track at this point. But but she's so sweet, the sweetest girl ever. Shout out to Jocelyn, and of course Victoria, my little baby. You will always be my little baby to me. I love you. Yeah, just I really had this video is really a tribute to you guys and just how much fun I had and how much inspiration comes from when I'm around you guys. Thank you.
So that leads me to my last illustration. Illustration number 8 is a tribute to my sister, number 19 on FC Tucson. I thought that I would draw her kind of kicking the ball, since that was kind of the reason why I came on this trip in the first place. So I failed. I failed my drawing challenge. I did not fill all 12 pages, but I got pretty dang close. And honestly, this is something that I don't think I would have been able to do without the purpose of making this video. In conclusion, I failed my drawing challenge, but I'm really, really proud of everything that came out of it. And this just goes to show that even if you don't complete something, even if you don't succeed in it, it is always the best idea to put 110% of your effort. I could have ended my sketchbook at halfway. I could have been done with illustration number 6, but I came back home and I still did 2 more, and I was able to still resonate with a theme for them. My sister didn't win the tournament, but they did really, really well, and the whole purpose was to go see her play, and she did me really, really proud. She played her heart out, and that's all I could ask for. And so in return, I poured my heart out on these illustrations, and I hope that if I try this challenge again, that I'm able to complete the whole sketchbook. That is all for today's video. Yeah, this video is a little late. It was supposed to come out last month after the trip, but it's just been taking me a while. In conclusion, I failed the challenge, but I had a great time doing it, and I exceeded my expectations anyway. So now I have 8 illustrations that I can always associate with this time in my life, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So for that, I did not fail. I actually won. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my parents for obviously flying me out to Tucson and making this video possible. Shout out to my sisters. Keep being you. And for everybody else, just try to put 110% effort in anything, and you can't ever fail. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye!